Well, there it is. Hi guys, Witty here. There's a patch for Warcraft 3 Reforged, but don't get too excited. It's more bug fixing more than anything else. Warcraft 3 Reforged version 1.32.3. Patch notes. Kyvex says, Sug. Just a quick note to let everyone know that we have a dedicated team here focused on Warcraft 3. Alongside our continued efforts to bring a monthly patches with bug fixes and quality of life changes, the team is prioritizing delivering features like ranked ladders, profiles, clans, and custom campaigns. We'll continue to share more details as those features are nearing release, but know that we're here and hard at work on the game. Well, that's been hard to tell so far. Okay, hello. Hope you're doing well. But these features are still going to have to wait because there's so many things wrong with Reforged that they're just still fixing it. So let's get into it, shall we? Art. This is March 18th. Naga units now have footprints in Reforged mode. I assume sliver prints, but yes. Random items placed using the unit palette will no longer be invisible in game. Fixed animation issues with the Naga Sea Witch's tornado spell. Magferidin will now animate correctly when its movement speed is slowed. It's his. Death Knights have been scaled down to be the correct size in Reforged mode. Death Knights were massive in Reforged. Really, really big. So that's at least a better change. Fixed an issue where buildings that were unsummoned mid-upgrade could sometimes visually persist in-game in Reforged mode. Guard dog critters will no longer be invisible in classic mode. Okay. Fixed a bug where if a demon hunter died in demon form, the revive icon would be the demon form icon. Added the autocast frame to the Firelord's Incinerate ability. Okay, that's fair enough. Selection circles for all the neutral ground units have been properly adjusted to fit around the unit. Okay, so this has finally been fixed. There's a kobold unit called the Kobold, and its selection circle is absolutely ginormous. It's like the size of a granite golem, and it's very weird, and it was still in the game until this point, so I assume it's been fixed. Maybe I'll find out when I go into some ladder tomorrow. The Blade Master's attack animations have been updated to have less horizontal movement in Reforged mode, making it more consistent to interact with. So, okay. Fair enough. Clearer to see, I suppose. Audio. Fixed an issue that was causing certain Reforged combat sounds to be used while in Classic mode. That's good. Keep Classic, eh? Fixed an issue where meat wagons sometimes did not properly play their death sounds in Reforged mode. Well, alright then. It's always been a bit jarring, especially in the early days of Reforged, when a lot of the sounds weren't playing for some reason when units were being built, or sometimes you'd command a unit to move from left to right and they wouldn't say anything, and then other times they would. You had a little sense of inconsistency, so I suppose they're trying to tighten that up a bit now. Campaign. Priest and Sorks no longer use their Blood Elf model during cutscenes in March of the Scourge in Reforged. March of the Scourge is the mission where you have to hold out 30 minutes whilst waiting for Ufa. I didn't know that they were using their Blood Elf model during the cutscenes, but alright. Player heroes will always be selected when loading from submaps to the main map to tame a land in Reforged. Okay. Fixed a bug that could block progress in Gazlo's quest to tame a land, where in certain situations the sappers could not target the support. I remember playing through that, and this was like when the game just came out, because I played all of the campaign levels like live over the course of, you know, a week. And I remember people in my chat saying that they were struggling to target the support columns. Obviously I didn't have the issue myself because I was able to do that quest, but there you go. Some people, different PCs, or I don't know. We both had the same game, but those people were unable to target support columns, so good for you now. It's about, what is it, almost 2 months later, so now you'll be able to complete that quest. A new power in Lordaeron no longer has city gates, preventing the AI from attacking the player. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. Blood Elf archers and swordsmen command card icons in the Curse of the Blood Elves campaign have been updated to have green eyes. Another inconsistency between Blizzard the Classic Games team and the Lemon Sky Studios. Too many rushed units. I understand that there's a ridiculous amount of units in Warcraft 3 and it's a huge project, but this is the whole thing. This whole thing was way bigger than what they were anticipating, and even then they kind of must have realized that they needed more time, but whether they got the time from the higher ups, I don't know. But I would, if I was in that position, I would ask for more bloody time, or as much bloody time as you can give me, which I think, to be fair, might actually be the case. They might well have asked for time, but they were only given 1 month. Because doesn't it seem a bit suspicious that they delayed it, but only by a month? It was almost like the higher-ups are saying, look, okay, we hear you. This is complete conjecture. I don't know any of this. But it's almost like they're saying, right, listen, this product's got to come out. We know it's fucked, but we need this product out. And they're like, well, come on. Like, the team is like, there's so much more that needs to be done. There's nowhere near going to be ready. And they say, well, that's not our problem. I'll tell you what, I'll do you a favour. I'll give you a month to fix like everything. We're still fixing it now, multiple months, and it will be multiple months on this point. So yeah, Blood Elf lieutenants in the dungeons of Dalaran now use the correct command card icon. Okay. Custom games, smooth the menu transition when exiting the custom lobby. It did kind of stick a little bit, so there you go. Fixed an issue that was causing item stacking to break certain custom games. I've not experienced that yet, and I've played obviously quite a few custom games. So that's an interesting one. Fixed an issue that was causing item stacking. Well, maybe I have experienced it, because I've crashed from plenty of custom games, I just didn't realise it maybe. Fixed an issue that was causing item stacking to not trigger item pickup events in scripting. Very specific for the editor. Nick. Gameplay. Fixed an issue that could cause bridges to desync when a client with Reforged graphics played with another on classic graphics. Bridges, so that between the two to connect a game, I guess. Oh, it's actually specifically talking about bridges to desync, so it meant that the bridges just kind of disappeared or something. Not sure entirely. That could be taken in multiple ways. When using custom hotkeys, Warcraft 3 Reforged will now also check a user's keyboard locale layout in game. In addition to English, this enables the usage of non-English characters and custom keys to text. Okay, there you go. A little extra those for the custom hotkey crew. The selection volume for units affected by its cyclone and tornado spells is now more accurate. I suppose that's a distancing thing. Fixed a bug where debug text would appear when using certain abilities in some locales. Okay. Corrected the Necromancer Initiate tooltip to mention Raise Dead instead of Cripple. I wonder if that's because they made a patch change to swap the abilities over and the tooltip wasn't reflecting that. So, a minor thing really, but just another thing. Doodads with invalid not found model path will be invisible in game now instead of shown as a green box. Yeah, I loaded up one of the Blizzard campaign levels, the first Night Elf one, and you can see green boxes and stuff like that. They are still shown as a green box in the editor. Okay, that's what that is then. But in the game, they no longer show as a green box. Graphics. Improved performance when using terrain deforming abilities in Reforged mode. That would include abilities like Earthquake or Volcano. We'll see. Maybe in another custom hero survival. Fixed an issue that caused flickering for some effects when viewed through Fog of War in Reforged mode. It's funny, I just loaded up a moment ago this second campaign level for the bonus campaign, the Founding of Durotar, which is Old Hatreds, and it starts off with a Zeppelin basically travelling through the Barrens, and it's constantly flickering, so I wonder if it's still doing that now. I'm almost tempted to just go have a quick look, but I won't, because it's not a huge issue right now. Non-ladder maps. Fixed an issue with some creeps that was causing them to be invisible on Jungle Fever and Rice Fields. Okay. How on earth did they even find out about that? User interface, because who's playing those maps? Fixed an issue on ultra-wide screen displays that caused menus to be misaligned. Okay, and first is fixed item tables for certain creeps on Timbermore Hold and Market Square. This is probably the most important thing for this patch for you guys actually watching this video. Kobold Geomancers now drop a level 1 power-up on Market Square. I know a lot of you are probably big 4 versus 4 RT fans, so now you've got another power-up to pick up on your Blade Master, making for an epic claws of Frostblade Master. Satyr camps guarding gold mines now drop a level 3 permanent item and level 2 power up on Timbermore Hold. Dragon camps now also drop a level 2 power up on Timbermore Hold. The following maps have been reactivated on Ladder: Ruins of Stratham, Banewood Bog, and Fountain of Manipulation. Well, I'm not too sure about those ones, but I assume they caused desyncs because Banewood Bog certainly did. I got multiple cases of Banewood Bog just desyncing people. We've got 32 comments. This patch has literally just come out a moment ago. I've been working on another video that I'm planning to get going, and we're going to just go over the comments now. This is even more embarrassing than the previous patch. This is a month later. What is the ETA on ranked? There's no incentive to play, guys. Doki, no ladder in profiles. 6 paths. And so you're prioritizing ranked, but it's nowhere near completion. This is what your post suggests. Hooch. Can we just get a time frame on the important updates? All the things mentioned you're working on? Keep it up. Thanks. MMR, is this some kind of joke? What a slap in the face to your customers' fans. If you have any fans is left. No rank, no stats. This game is garbage and destroyed. You ruined it. It's a little melodramatic, but... Oct, 22 days for this. I'm sad, bro. Flux, I mean, write a comment. I'm going to read them out. Does the joke ever end? Overclock. Oh, it's overclocked. Almost another month in and no meaningful update. A shame. Wow. Ina, who's that guy? Oh, is that... That's an angry guy. Yeah. This development team is trying us. First they break the game, then they fix stuff that is not high on priority, and yet they do not give us the essential multiplayer features and bug-free experience with way less hard disk, CPU, RAM usage of our old client from version 1.28. I'm so disappointed. It's shame. You just look, one single developer built an official ladder with UI modification within less than a week with the Reforged client. Well, I didn't know about that, but I'm not going to go too deep into that. Motorhead, 1 month for this shit. Shingle, I hate this company and this team so much. Except Pad was able to do it in a week. One guy, a real dedicated person who is actually focused on Warcraft 3. The fact that you said this is a joke, I hope you all lose your jobs. Yikes. Vortex, ahaha, no ladded. I guess he means ladder. Again, after 2 months, good job, guys. Look, okay, I stated this quite clearly when I was making the first part of this video. It's very obvious that they're aware that they want to get the ladder done. And all these other things. But there's so much fucking wrong with this game that they're trying to get that to normal, and then they'll bring in things like the ladder and stuff like that. I'm not defending them by any fucking means, because I play the ladder every day and I'm enjoying it, but I would like to be ranking right now, because that was always a big part of it. Because I got rank 1 in 4 versus 4 RT and 1 versus 1. It's a big part. I enjoyed that aspect of it. But the way I look at it is, I'm not happy, but I'm not going to like shout and cry about it. It's just not really my style. But you've got to understand that they've got a lot of crap that they created, or at least have had to deal with by trying to bring Warcraft 3 Reforged, because they essentially merged the clients together to be one since we lost the old one. That's why we've got all these issues. The old one worked fine for the most part, but this new one is causing them all sorts of headaches, so they've got to get that right first, and then you'll get the stuff like ladder. Warsong, you'll see in 3 months we just get a copy paste of StarCraft 2 ladder, and then they do something that is a bit of a concern, the whole sort of AT versus RT, or at least matched. I've got a video coming out that I'm actually still currently working on. I was trying to finish before this patch came out. That's going to go over everything. It's going to be essentially my response to the whole Warcraft 3 Reforged debacle. A lot of people have been waiting for this for a long time, and it's taken me a long time to make it, not only because of wanting to essentially script it correctly and try to cover as much as possible, but just it took me like 4 hours to make 4 minutes of this video. There's that much in it. It's just like jam-packed with clips and stuff. After release and nothing happened, focusing on Captain. Shame on Blizzard. Blizzard just needs to tell us that they are working on it. Hey, you're a few days short of April Fools, because that's what this is, a joke. This would have been nice to know beforehand, Blizzard. Another area of concern we're seeing is regarding online features such as leaderboards and clans, which apply to all Warcraft 3 players. Developer update. That's, yeah, going back. A lack of information. Essentially, the only information we're getting is as they bring out a patch. It's not really like on the forums they were saying, guys, ladder will be coming in the future, but for now there'll be a patch that we're working on that is going to continue to bug fix. That way when people get the bug fix patch, they're going to be more expecting it than, because at the moment people are probably downloading the patch expecting the ladder to be fixed. That's where the anger is coming from, because there's been no communication otherwise until that point. They only find out the ladder's not fixed once they download the patch, and the reason why they downloaded the patch is because they wanted to play ladder. Do you know what I mean? It's like, please enlighten me, what's so special? Takes 30 gig. This patch itself was like 1.6 gigs or something. So bad. 0 effort. When is post-processing? Wondering, sucks you guys are nonsense. You can see more and more people are just posting on this. Yeah, there's a lot of things that they're working on, so it just shows you how much of a kind of shit show it's been, that they're still fixing stuff instead of actually prioritizing this. Because these are big deals. These are huge fundamental parts of what made Warcraft 3 Warcraft 3. But, like I say, they have to fix the other stuff first, by the looks of it. One step at a time, albeit slow steps. What is your KPI for patch updates? Number of bullets? Are you intentionally trying to anger the community by leading with a useless Naga update? Yeah, I'll have to check out that thing maybe at some point. I'm still working on my other video, but maybe I'll have a look at that whole guy doing the work by himself in the future. Okay, well, I'll scroll through the last couple, but thank you very much, guys, for watching. This has been an update for the patches. Hopefully you guys enjoy videos like this. I don't think you will enjoy a video like this, but I'll try to keep you guys updated whenever things happen with Warcraft 3, because believe it or not, this is still a Warcraft 3 dedicated channel. I do have another channel I can always hop over to if I feel the need to, but I like and love Warcraft 3, so I'm going to continue playing it. So thank you guys very much for continuing to watch, and subscribe, thumbs up the video, and leave any feedback as to what you think about the patch and what your thoughts are in regards to getting the shit sorted first, or as much in terms of buggy crap sorted before then working on introducing the ladders back in. Because if you've got all this other stuff that has to be dealt with in the background, and then they go put the ladders in, the ladders bringing problems, they've also got that to fix, and then fix the problems that come with the ladder. That's why I kind of understand why they're trying to fix the other stuff, or as much of it as they can. Okay, well, thanks guys. Seriously, thank you for watching, and just try to have a good day. Thanks.